Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be showing you that how to capture the image from web camera inside PHP 7 and jQuery. You will see the demo of the application here on the screen here. So I have granted permission to access my web camera. So my stream, you can see this is a stream of web camera, and there is a take snapshot option here where I can click this button and it can capture the image of this, and the captured image will be shown here. And I will also be guiding you how to save this image onto a folder inside your local disk. So I have created this uploads folder. So if you click this take snapshot, it will automatically save this image inside this folder. Let me just show you. If I take snapshot, click it, now you will see it will have taken the snapshot, but it hasn't still saved this because we haven't hit the submit button. If I click the submit button, now you will see in the next tab the PHP script will run, and in the server the image will be automatically saved inside the server folder, which is this folder. You can see automatic random name is given to the image. In this way you can save multiple images. You can go to the page once again, captured one other selfie image, once again save this. Now you will see second image will be saved here. You will see. So as you can see, multiple images you can save here it on the server using PHP. This is a very awesome application. So click submit, and now the third image will be saved here. You can see that this is the image. So in this is a very simple application, but you will get to know a lot of important concept in PHP, how to work with web camera and inside jQuery also. So let's start building this application from scratch. And for the full source code, guys, you can go to the video description link. I have written a complete blog post step by step on codingshiksha.com. I have given this link in the video description. This is a full source code. So just go to the video description to download all the source code. And now let me start building this application. So before that, you should have some exam control panel installed on your computer to just run a Apache web server, because this is a PHP application. It is running on a server. So start your server here. So mine is already started on localhost at 80 port and 443. After that, you should have a text editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code text editor. You can use any text editor of your choice. Let me delete all these files here and show the process from scratch. So this is the empty folder. So the very first file we will create is index.html file, which will be shown to the user. So here we simply have a simple template. So here we will say webcam capture image in PHP and jQuery. So for building this application, we are using some Bootstrap. So you just need to go to Bootstrap CDN, and you will land on this website w3schools.com, and just click get started, and you will see we only need the CSS part. Simply copy the CSS, and after the title you paste the CSS. And we also need some jQuery. Click jQuery, go to get started, and simply copy paste this CDN, and that's it for now. And for building this application, guys, we are using a simple library which will be useful in order to access the web camera, which is this webcam.js. So I have given this link in the video description. This is by blog post. From the blog post, simply copy the CDN after the jQuery. That's it. Just format the document. So this is a library. You can also search this library. This is a very famous library, Webcam Js. So basically it's a very awesome library to capture the webcam. And you this is a very famous library. Here you can just give it makes it very easy to capture images with a custom name, or you can just read more about it. The documentation is there. But if you just write here Webcam Js CDN, the CDN will come here, and here also you can just copy paste it. Just copy the CDN and paste it inside your application. So after bringing all these libraries, guys, what we need to do is that now we need to build our application. So right inside this body tag, we will have the container class of Bootstrap. So inside this container class, we will have the h1 heading, which will be text center, which makes the heading in the center position. So here we will see capture images in PHP and jQuery. After that, guys, we will have a simple form element. The action will go to http localhost slash, the folder name is let me check the folder name. It is webcam app, and we will make this as take or save picture, like this .php. So we will make this file in the action attribute. So the method will be post method, because we will be storing the file, storing the image file which is captured by the web camera to our local disk. So inside this we will have a row tag of row class of Bootstrap, and inside this we will say call md6. This is again Bootstrap classes, and inside this we will first of all be having a break tag, and then we will have a input field, and this input field will be of type but before that break tag, you should have a way to show the camera. So we will have the div which will have the ID of my underscore camera. So inside this we will show our streaming, our camera, and then a break tag, and then we will have a simple button, input type of button, and the value will be simply take snapshot. So when we hit this button, the image will be taken. So here we will attach the on click. This is the event handler. So when we click this button, this function will execute. We will define this function in the JavaScript, which is takes underscore snapshot. And after that, guys, we will have again a input field right here. We will have another input which will be type hidden. This is not shown to the user. Name will be image, and I will attach a simple bootstrap class of image dash tag. That's it. After that, guys, we will have another div which will have call md6, and inside this column we will have a div which will have the ID of results. So this will be the results which will be shown to you. So we will have the label that your captured image will appear here. So basically this is some kind of markup is ready. So basically we can go to the app here, localhost webcam app. So you will see this is a heading, this is a button take snapshot, and the captured image will be appear here. After that, guys, what we need to do is that we will have one other column here which will be outside this. So call md12, a full screen column, and inside this column we also need to make this at the center. So we will attach another class, bootstrap class of text center, and inside this first will be a break tag, and then we will have a simple button of submit. So this will submit the image to the local drive. So here we will attach the class btn success. So this will be a green button, you will see. Now we simply need to write the JavaScript which will actually get our web camera. So just have a script tag, and inside this, guys, we need to initialize our library which is webcam.set, And inside this takes some options. So first will be the width of the web camera. Here you can set out the width 490, and then we will set the height of the web camera to be, let's suppose, 390. You can choose any value of your choice. The image format, either you can choose PNG or JPG, but I will choose here JPG. Put a comma, and you can set the quality of the image here, JPG and underscore quality. This I will set to 90. You can also set to 100 as well. You can try different options. And then we need to attach the web camera. This is very important step. So this contains a method which is webcam dot attach, and here basically you need to pass the ID that you have given to the web camera element. So we have given this ID my underscore camera, so we will provide this ID here like this. As this is jQuery, so we need to put hash symbol right here. This is the way to send the ID. And now basically if you refresh your page, you will be able to see your web camera listed here. Now you will see successfully my web camera is showing here. Now if I hit this button, take snapshot, I want to say, take the snapshot of the user. This is pretty simple. We have binded a event handler here. This is the function we have binded. So now we need to write this function, take snapshot of user. So function take underscore snapshot. So inside this function, guys, what we need to do is that it is very easy. This library contains a snap method. So inside this contains a callback function which will hold the data URL of the image which is captured. So we need to simply set this data URL to our class which we have given image tag. We need to set the value simply to data underscore URI. That's it. And after that we need to select our element by its ID which we have given, which is results, and we need to manipulate the inner HTML property, and this will be equal to the image tag. We will insert dynamically. Image source will be equal to the source will be equal to, so we will put a this plus sign here. Let me just, this needs to be in single quotes, image source is equal to, and then plus data URI, and then again plus, and then put a single quote, and inside this double quotes, and close the tag. That's it. So after doing this, what we will see here, if I again refresh it, and if I click take snapshot, my picture will be taken here on the right hand side. You will see. You can also right click, save this image on your computer like this on a particular location. So the image will be saved here like this. But I need to make this process automatic in order to save this image on my local drive here. So for this we need to create the uploads folder so that this image is saved inside this uploads folder. So after having this, what we need to do is that, guys, when we click the submit button, which is when we click this green submit button, I need to make this PHP script which is save picture.php. Currently it is not found. We need to make it inside the same folder which is save picture.php. So now inside this PHP script we need to save the file, image file. So PHP, and close it. So inside these tags we will write the PHP code. So first of all we will get the image using $_post and whatever name we have given, which is image. So you can cross check. We have given this name to this image tag which is hidden by default. You will see image. So after getting the reference to the image, we can define the folder path. So folder path is there inside our uploads folder slash. So we have already created this folder uploads here. After mentioning the folder, we need to extract the image parts, which is actually extension and name of the file. So this we can do this by the explode method inside PHP. And here we can extract the base 64 part of image, semicolon base 64 and dot. And sorry, this will be a comma. And I think this should be a space. No, yes. And then we have comma, dollar image. And similarly, we have another variable image type mux. So this will hold the extension. So this will be a. This will hold the extension of the image. Again, we will use the explode method. This will be image slash. So this will be image parts, and this is an array. So we will access the first element here by providing 0. And lastly, we will extract the image type. This is also similar to extension, which is will be available, which is image type aux, and this will be at index 1. And after extracting all this, we will have the base 64 code of the image base 64. So we will use the base 64 underscore decode method, and inside this we will provide our image parts one property, which is the actual base 64 code of the image. After that, we will give the file name to the saved image. We can use the unique ID, which will generate unique name for every image, and then we can concatenate the extension. Here we will get .png. You can also give .jpg as well, and then we will say the file path or file. So this will be, we will concatenate the folder path. Dot will be used for concatenation, then the file name. That's it. Lastly, what we need to do is that we need to actually save the file by using file.put underscore put contents. This is a method which will actually write the data to the file. So here we will pass the location file and the actual content, which is the base 64 code, image base 64. And lastly, we can print out. This is not mandatory, but you can do it for just debugging purpose, file name. That's it. This is the PHP script, guys. Now hopefully if I run the application, it will actually save this image. And if I run the application, click on take snapshot. So after now, if I click submit, now it is saying syntax error, unexpected folder path on line 5. Let me see. On line 5, I think it is saying we have made a mistake. I think there is not a space here. Let me just see if it is working once again. Hmm. Let me copy paste the script once again, guys. Sometimes it can happen if you write PHP code, the errors can creep in. So let me copy paste the code here, which is given in some video description. And once again, try to run this without wasting your time. So for correct code, make sure that you go to the video description link and simply copy paste this code. And now you will see our image file is successfully saved here. If I see my file is saved here, let me repeat this process once again. So now if I check here, this is a second image. So in this way, we have successfully built a selfie app inside PHP and JavaScript with the webcam.js, which actually save this image on inside your local disk in the folder. Please like the video, subscribe the channel, and also comment on this video. And I will be seeing you in the next video.